Well, hello, air signs. Whew, hello. And welcome into your weekly reading for March 13th through the 19th of 2023. Let's see if the energy calms down a little bit. It's a little emotional right now. I can tell you, it just collectively from what I'm seeing and speaking to people and just personally in myself, because I'm filming this video on the 8th of March. So this is a day after the full moon in Virgo. Big full moon. Lots of emotions coming up, lots of things kind of purging itself to be released, to move into, a new cycle, if you will. So if you're feeling extra sensitive and a lot of stuff is coming up for you, that maybe you even thought that, I thought I dealt with that, I thought I healed that. It's just, me too. It has not been the easiest of full moons for me, but it's been good in the sense that, okay, this is what we're doing. We're going to release. We're going to allow whatever's coming up, all the big feelings. So if you're having big feelings, big waves of emotions, just allow it to come up and allow it to be released. And just know it's part of your expansion. It's part of you expanding into this new cycle, expanding into a new level of growth for you. It doesn't mean you're going backwards. And I know I feel the same way a lot of times. It's like, it just means I'm going backwards. I thought I was over this. Now I'm like 4 steps back. No, it just means you're expanding so much. You're just getting into that next deeper level of yourself where you can truly just kind of purge and release. Let that energy out of your body. I've tapped a lot over the past couple days. And just go with it. And know that we needed to release it. It needed to be expressed for whatever it is. So hope you're being kind to yourself. I like the energy in the fire sign reading. They have very much the same feel. I think it's for all of us right now, but the outcome energy was great. It was getting a lot more clear, a lot more clarity versus surfing these waves. So I'm hoping you've got your wetsuit on and you're surfing, air signs. You're surfing. And it's just the next phase of your expansion. But so let's see what the 13th through the 19th has in store for you. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. But let's see where we go. All right, that's where we're going to go. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Yeah, you're going through some things. The Star, but you're healing it. That's beautiful. I guarantee you it feels like shit, air signs. I know it does, but you're going through it, but you're healing it. You're showing up in such beautiful healing energy, healing the broken heart, healing the sadness, healing the hurt, healing the pain. Yeah. It was, Yep. Page of Cups in your current energy, the Death. Oh, air signs. Oh, air signs. All right. I'm saying this with love, but buckle up. But you already know that. Because you got the Death card followed by the Tower. Huge energy there. Big changes, sweeping changes, holy shit kind of changes. You're going through it right now. So let's keep going with this outcome. Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands. Okay. All right. 8 of Wands. Okay. What's underneath? The 8 of Pentacles. Ooh, 8 of Pentacles. Well, air signs, you just kicked it up a notch from the fire sign reading. We're going to clarify. We're going to take a little bit. I just can't leave that energy alone. Like, we can't just leave the Death and the Tower alone here. And this 8 of Pentacles I'm intrigued about. So let's dive in. Let's buckle up here a little bit. So like I said, in your recent past, you're doing some big heart healing work. That 3 of Swords comes in very loud. That's with the 2 of the bigger emotions that can be tougher to grieve, which is sadness, which is hurt. Hurt and sadness are heavy. They're tough. I think you're kind of showing up as you're just not so sure what to do about it. Like, you know, you're feeling it. It's probably coming up in waves right about now. You're probably going through a grieving process. And at times you just don't know what to do about it. You're just like, oh, I just want this to be over. Like, I'm done with this. Can I move on? Can I just grieve this? Do I have to feel this at this level? I know. But I do like the way you're ending it. You're like, yeah, I know. I just got to go with it. There's some things I can't control. There's some things that need to be released and healed, and you're doing it. You're stepping up to the plate there to embrace it, of like, all right, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. So I might as well work with it the best I can and just see what happens here. Now, in your current energy, the Page of Cups, Death and Tower. Without further ado, it's almost like this subtle little message came in. It's a little message, and it came from the heart. Like a Page of Cups is like a little message that came from the heart, or just or you found inspiration in a very unlikely place that kind of shifted things just a little bit, or opened you up just a little bit to a new perspective, or just a new way to look at something. And then in rushes in the big transformative energy, and then in rushes in sweeping change in the Tower. So let's go with the Death. Yeah, you know what? I think they're very connected. So let's go to the Death and Tower. Let's together, Death and Tower. I'm going to pull more than I'll pull. Yeah. Death and Tower. Why is the Death and Tower here together? Ooh, boy. Yes, it feels very clearing, like you're clearing out, but it feels almost like an emotional clearing is what it feels like, a little bit more so than like external 3D world kind of clearing. Because you're starting fresh in this outcome energy. Very clean, fresh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, okay. So this one, oh my God, did you get the Death card again? Ooh. Okay, those are your cards. Yes. Loud, very forceful here. Yeah, this energy is happening. Okay, so you have the Strength card, the Two of Cups, oh, the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Death card again, and the Five of Cups. Okay. Okay, so, I'm just seeing if I get anything else that comes through here, because it is pretty blatant. Yeah, all right. So this might explain the Three of Swords there, the broken heart, the sadness, the pain, the hurt, and it is tied up to a Two of Cups relationship. So it is absolutely tied up to a relationship here. Now, I'm not necessarily jumping to the romantic relationship, although it very well could. But this, to me, it could be it's someone close to you. So they are in inner circle level. So it's like a best friend, or best or close friend, a romantic partnership. This could be a relationship as well with a family member, whether it be a brother, a sister, a mom, or a dad. Something very close that you two were very enmeshed in each other's energy kind of thing. And it's like it used to be beautiful, and it used to be very balanced, and it used to bring you a lot of comfort and love and support, but it doesn't anymore. And as things, because you're obviously doing some big healing work, you're going through some big transformation here, and there was just something about this relationship. It comes in deceptive. Like there was just a lot of things maybe that you were not aware of until you were aware of. It's almost like maybe some things were going on behind your back that you were not aware of. Maybe it was you. Maybe you were feeling a certain way and you were just kind of stuffing it down and stuffing it down and stuffing it down a little bit, like we always do to protect ourselves, and trying to convince yourself like, oh, no, this is okay. It's not as bad as it seems. We can make this work. But the truth of the situation was, maybe you're not honoring how you felt about it. Like there was something deeper going on. So maybe I can't tell which one's which here because the energy is so enmeshed, but it could have been you being a little deceptive of like, no, everything's fine, but deep down you knew it wasn't. Or it could have been them that they were going, oh no, everything's fine, but deep down they knew it wasn't. And there was just some stuff that was not truthful, completely truthful, whether it be consciously or unconsciously, that was shared in this relationship. And that caused the relationship to break down. So it started off with, okay, now I'm going through this healing. Now I'm going through this death, kind of like a rebirth type of energy. And I now am honoring my truth. I know the truth. So if it was you that was like, no, everything's fine, stuffing it down, you're no longer stuffing it down. You're very aware of how you feel. You can't unsee it now. Like it is out in the open. Like you can't put the shit back in the horse kind of thing. And you are feeling it. You're stuck. It's like you don't know what to do about it now, but you know you can't ignore it anymore. You can't stuff it down if this was you or the other person brought it to your attention where you can't ignore it anymore. Now you know, now it came out and you're feeling very stuck, very powerless about it, not sure what to do. And that is what's contributing to the ending, the transformation, and the loss. Big transformation, big loss here. It's almost coming in like a little bit of like, how did I not see this? Or why did I not know this was going to happen? Why didn't I see or either honor how I felt and just communicate it earlier? Or why didn't they feel like they could come to me? It's almost like, why did this have to happen this way? It didn't have to happen this way. And you're stuck about it. Like, is this real? Why? It's like, why did it have to happen this way? Hey, I get it. Why did it have to turn out this way? And yes, it's bringing about big transformation. I honestly feel for the both of you. You got the death card twice. Huge. It's bringing about major transformation for the both of you. It's also bringing about your true, honest feelings about it. It is truly bringing that up, of the loss you feel, the sadness, of the confusion, the stuckness of why did this, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I feel this Five of Cups really loud here with the Tower. It's because like once you acknowledged it, once it's out in the open, once you know that you know, it's almost like with the Tower, that sudden change was the light switch went on and it was, I can't go back. I can't go back to the way things were. I can't go back and repeat the same patterns. I can't go back as the person I once was because that person no longer exists, kind of thing. And when you truly acknowledge that truth, that hard-hitting truth, that's when the true grieving process can start. That's when that Five of Cups comes in, that true loss, because you know that you know that you know that it is forever changed. This relationship is forever changed. And I think you know that. And that's this grieving process. You do have the Strength there. That's also a Leo card. You may be dealing with a Leo, but it is The strength tells me, I know you're probably going to throw something at the screen for me on this one, but it is gritty courage. And it tells me that you are at a place in your life where you do have all the tools and capability you need to navigate this huge change and transformation. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Doesn't mean it's going to be fun. It doesn't mean it's going to end tomorrow. It doesn't mean that there's more transformation on the horizon or changes on the horizon, but it does mean that you're at the place in your life right now where you can face this, gritty courage it, and walk through it. Walk through this big transformation and change for you. Because, ooh, and when you've got the double dose of relationships on it, ooh, baby, I bet you're feeling a lot for this full moon. I bet you're feeling a lot for the full moon in Virgo here. Man, you also could be dealing with a Scorpio. So Leo, death card. If I'm not, I'm drawing a blank here because it's just such a Scorpio energy, I'm pretty sure. But the outcome. Yeah, so let's talk about that emotional clearing. Big emotional clearing here. You're not going back. You can't go back because that person doesn't exist anymore kind of thing. It's like you're taking all the wisdom you gained from that transformative process, but cleaned house, baby. Cleaned house. So when you clean house, you literally start back at like 1. You start with 0 or 1. In this case, you're starting back at the ace, the 1. The ace, which is the new beginning. New, fresh, clean, clear energy that's going to feel pretty good, that's going to open up some new, fresh, white space, whiteboard energy for you to get a little bit more clear about what is next for you. What is this brand new you, brand new start, brand new beginning? What does this new book look like? What's the title of this new book? You know, how many chapters you thinking this has? Where do you want to go first? Where do you want to start? It's like that kind of more light, more fresh, more fun energy. 8 of Wands, you're going to get a lot. It's going to speed up quickly. You're going to get a lot more information about it, a lot more messages, communications about what's next for you. And it's going to help you just kind of push you right along the path, right along your brand new, fresh journey here. Because you clearing house, baby. It feels more like an emotional cleansing here. It really does. It definitely feels more emotional. Now it could be, with double tower, a tower and double death card, it could be big 3D transformative energy. But I feel like most of this change, sudden change, or big clearing, big transformation, it is on the emotional level. Because you're emotionally opening up to receive fresh new energy and a fresh new start. Now let's go with this 8 of Pentacles. It immediately kind of came in as work here. Like you are working on it, that's for sure. But I initially came in really quick and it left. It was almost like this vibe of this could be a work relationship. Like maybe this is a business partner tied up to your work and everything I just said ensued with it. And it was a very transformative process for you. Or it could be that you're working really hard on something, or you're trying to focus more on your work. But work did come in. So let's see. Clarify the 8 of Pentacles here. Why is it here? Ooh. That's all. Okay, not these cards, not this card. Okay, all right. Hey, with this reading, we're going with it. So it's 6 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, no shit. You can't have this much death, transformation, and healing energy to not be in a massive cycle of change that's destined or fated. The universe doesn't play when she sends double death cards in a tower together. With the star, universe don't play. She means business. She's telling you it's time. It was time. I know it sucks because this does not feel great at all, but just the universe's hand, thumbprints right on it. going, these are destined fate events. This is supposed to be a big cycle of change for you right now. It's time you did it. Yeah, and you're moving and shaking. Queen of Pentacles, you got the Two of Pentacles again, and the Three of Pentacles. Yeah. You know, this does have a work feel to it, though. Yes, you are moving forward. Yes, like I just said, the destined fate events, universe's thumbprint, all that good stuff. But it feels a little different with the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles. You have the Two of Pentacles twice here. So you're still in the process of making some decisions. And this is Three of Pentacles. This kind of comes in with collaborating. And the Queen of Pentacles is the mother of prosperity here. So I almost think that this is almost maybe a little side. They could, if this is a business partnership, I feel like this is absolutely related 100%. If this is not a business partnership and this is more of a friendship or romantic partnership, this may be a little separate storyline that's coming through. But all in all, this feels like you are looking for, in this new cycle of change, you're in the process of looking for work and stability that feels more nurturing to you, that gives to you, not just like you giving to them. So this feels like you may be on a quest right now as well to find a whole lot more fulfilling work, and work that can support you, can pay your bills. And you're very undecided about what that means. Of like, I think you're open to collaborate, or to step up and to put yourself out there, but you're not going to do it just for anything. This comes in like, I'm only going to do it if it has that Queen of Pentacles energy, where it's very nurturing and supportive of me, if it's good for me. Especially at the phase in my life, I'm just not going to take any old job. I'm not just going to, sign up to move across the country for this company that I know nothing about, that, they look great on paper. They offer an amazing pay plan, but is that really what I want to do? I can't even get it out. Is that what's really, truly good for me in my health right now? And the Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing and grounded. Yes, mother of prosperity, but she's also very health conscious. She is not going to just do or give her time to anything, anyone, any job for just any amount of money. She is very much so very prosperous and is willing to give and very compassionate, but it has to give back in return. It has to be good. It has to be good for you mentally, it has to be good for you physically, like the physical health of your body. This reminds me of, and it just came in, so I'm going to tell you my own personal experience. I used to work retail. And for all the retail workers out there, I see you, I love you. It's a hard ass job. You're on your feet for like 12 plus hours a day, because typically your shifts are typically 10 to 12 hours a lot of times. If it's 8 hours, you're still 8 hours on your feet. So I had quite a few retail jobs back in my early to mid. I was even, once upon a time, I sold cars. So that was even in like mid to late 20s. But I remember being on my feet all the time, constantly running, constantly going, not really having time to eat, not having time to take breaks, not having time, to have any type of work-life balance, because you're working 10 to 12 hours a day. You know how it goes. The work-life balance can get a little murky. And at the time I was doing a lot of energy healing. I was seeing my acupuncturist and herbalist, and I was coming in, and she's like, you are exhausted. We all know we're exhausted when you do that time of hours. And she's like, it's okay though. We're going to help keep you level. We're going to help keep you stable and support your body through this, because your body's built to handle this through your 20s. But she goes, if you're still doing this type of retail work and still working these hours in your 30s, we're going to have a different conversation, because your body's changing a little bit. And that's what this Queen of Pentacles is. It's like the things that you may have been able to do in your 20s. I'm just using this example. The things you may have been able to do in your 20s, your body was good. It could handle it. It's like, all right, with a little maintenance, working 10 to 12 hour shifts, going out, partying, going back 8 o'clock in the morning, doing it all over again. You could do it. It really, with minimal maintenance on your body, you can do it. But you might reach a point in your life where your body changes. Obviously, you're changing, and what you used to do might not be the healthiest option for you physically, mentally, or emotionally anymore. And that's the type of energy that's coming through with this Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Like, well, what am I going to do for my work? Because it needs to be supportive. It needs to be healthy for me. It needs to be open, and it needs to use my gifts, because the Three of Pentacles is also about knowing the gifts you have, knowing your strengths, and finding these places and your tribe of people where they need that, where you can express that, where you can be in your element, where you can contribute so much because it is your area. It's what you do. And more times than not, sometimes your skills typically are what you really enjoy doing. Sometimes. I mean, I have some skills that I'm good at too, and I hate doing it. Like, I hate being a project manager, let me tell you. But I can do it. I've done it for years, kind of thing. So it's like that. So it's baby. Oh, baby. And if this was a work partnership here that went through all this, I mean, no wonder you're more focused on this and making this work and finding out what's next for you. Because that your work took a major transformation here. Just cleared house right there. Yeah, okay, air signs. Okay, so let's tap, shall we? Let's help you out with this sweeping emotional transformations here. Wow. It's not often I get these big energies. Like, I mean, how many major arcana? I mean, let's count, shall we? Let's see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 major arcana cards in a weekly reading. 6. It's big. It's huge. It's not subtle. This is not subtle. Yes. That's huge. And that also, you probably heard me say this in other readings, but when I see that many major arcanas, and we've already talked about this is some universal guidance. This is the universe kind of stepping in, putting the thumbprint on this and going, it's time. It also means there's a lot of support here. A lot of support for you unseen. Whatever you subscribe to, whatever, religion or spirituality based belief system, whatever you subscribe to, you have a lot of support going through this. A lot of support. And you've got everything you need within you. I know. I scream at that too sometimes because it doesn't feel like it. I understand it doesn't feel like it sometimes. But you do. I heard this expression. I was watching a video and I can't remember exactly who it was. I think he does like quantum healing or something like that. And they were talking about belief systems, and it was a cute little expression that I've never heard. Kind of like what I'm saying, like you do have everything within you at this point in time in your life. You have the strength to do this. It's kind of the same premise of, and this is lightly like an analogy of, if you jump in a pool and you get out of a pool, you're going to be wet. You jump in a pool, you're going to be wet. If it has water in it, you jump in a pool, you're going to be wet, whether you believe it or not. You're wet. Whether you believe you're wet or not, you're wet. So it's like, oh, that's cute. So if that resonates, that's kind of like the strength card. Whether you believe it or not, sometimes you have that gritty courage within you to do this. So let's tap on that note. As I say yes to life, life says yes to me. Oh boy. The universe is like, yup. You ready to do this? You ready to do this big healing work? Are you ready to face it? Yep, let's do it. Okay, so this is it. Life mirrors my every thought. Oof, that can be hard. Oof, that's hard. As I keep my thoughts positive, life brings to me only good experiences. Yes, but I will say, it doesn't. This card doesn't mean false positivity or toxic positivity. It's not like, oh, everything is fantastic. My whole life is changing. I'm transforming, but everything is great. Like, yay, fabulous. Oh, this is wonderful that this relationship may be completely changing or ending in some way, but I'm great. No, this is not what this is saying. This is saying, life is saying yes as part of your transformation process. Honor how you feel, no matter what that is. Pay attention to your thoughts, because feelings, emotions are going to generate thoughts. Just be aware of it and know when to pivot. So it's like keep my thoughts positive to the best of your ability. To me, that means pivot. So if you're going through some heartbreak and some sadness, it's going to bring up probably some really heavy thoughts. The first step is recognizing it, like, oh yeah, that's heavy, and now I'm going into the future. I'm trying to predict things in the future that I have no idea based on how bad this feels. I recognize that I'm doing that. Let me pivot. Let me shift focus off of that thought and shift it to something that feels just a little bit better in this moment. So this is not toxic positivity here. This is not like, you're going through all this, but you should feel great. Just put a little Band-Aid over it and act like you're perfect and everything is fine. And you love to feel hurt because you can handle it so well. Do we all know? We've all kind of been that person unconsciously before we started on our big kind of awakening spiritual journey. We've all been there. But as you've awakened on your spiritual journey, you know these people. You know them, and you can see it all. I have family like this. You can see it all over their face that it is not great and everything's coming up roses. They're in some deep pain, but they themselves can't even allow themselves to acknowledge that, to feel that, because they've got to paint on this positivity, everything is great, I'm in control kind of thing. So I felt the need to say that when I read it. It came through. I need to say it. And if you're doing that, if it's you that's doing that, okay, it's okay. You're just trying to protect yourself. And this is not easy. Feeling this is not easy. It's just not. It's just not. So easy does it. Easy does it. So let's tap on that, shall we? I should have tapped on that as I was saying that. That'd have been a great tapping session. But let's go. Sign the hand. Repeat after me. I think I'm going to tweak it a little bit. As I open up and say yes to life, life says yes to me. And as I'm willing to learn, as I'm willing to grow, as I'm willing to do some healing work, somewhere deep down I know life is supporting me through that process and is saying yes to me and yes to my desires and yes to my happiness. And the truth is, I'm ready to let go just a little bit here. I'm ready just to be where I'm at. And I'm ready to be okay with it. Even though I may be judging where I'm at, even though I may not want to feel all of this, that's okay. That's okay. I honor that. I honor that I'm learning and growing. And I honor I'm in a massive cycle of change. And I'm open to seeing the ways at which life mirrors my every thought. And I'm open to shifting focus to more positive thoughts. Thoughts that feel a little better in the moment. Thoughts that align with good experiences that I'm looking forward to. Because I'm ready for this fresh new beginning. I'm ready for a fresh start. I'm ready to write a new book. And I'm ready to do that from a very healed and grounded place. Because I'm learning and I am growing. And it is not easy. The truth is, I'm really feeling it right now. But somewhere deep down, I know this is happening for my highest good. It is lovingly nudging me to do the big healing work and to move through all the blocks I may have had, all the limiting beliefs I may have had that was preventing me from experiencing the joy, the happiness, and the freedom that I truly desire. So I'm ready to keep moving forward little by little. I'm ready to show myself some compassion each and every moment. For I am doing the best I can. And that is good enough. I am good enough to navigate this situation. All is well. All is well. All is well. Okay, air signs. Let's take a deep breath in here. Woo. All right. Woo. What a week. I mean, this is currently you're going through this, so love and hugs here. Big 2 weeks for you. This is just a big 2 weeks for you. But it is setting the stage for some fresh, beautiful, clean, and clear new energy to come in. It's going to feel pretty good. It's going to feel pretty good in comparison. So love and hugs. Wishing you all the best. Hope this helps, and I'll see you next time. Bye.